Hasta quiero más. No, no. We'll stand together.
If not, we'll just improvise.
All right, cool.
All right. Good morning, Keller Williams. How are we today? I
That was
love it.
good. That was
By
good.
the way, we have donuts and coffee, compliments of On Track on the contract up there. So, yeah, so help yourself to that. Let's get started with our mission. What's our mission? 1, 2, 3? To build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living.
Worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving.
Nice, you got it. Where are we going? What's the mission? Number 1, 2, 3, go. To be.
Company of choice for agents in their
Okay,
customers.
let's do it again, all right? We got some new folks. Okay, 1, 2, 3. To be.
The real estate company of choice for agents and their customers.
Yeah, we got it, right? We're good. Okay. Our values are
God, family, business.
in that order. Wonderful. Thank you, Clara, for participating. We have the Y4C2Ts. Can you say it? Y4C2Ts.
Why for CCTs?
You guys are getting good, man. I think we practice that every week. Remember, quiz coming into the summer. Make sure you take a snapshot. We're gonna give away a gold star for whoever. I don't know what the gold star is gonna give you, but we're giving something away. If you can name the Y4C2Ts, win-win or no deal, integrity in all things. Customers always come first. Commitment in all things. Sorry, integrity, do the right thing. Commitment in all things. Communication, seeking first to understand. How often do we find ourselves in a situation where, I always tell my sister this, and she won't like me saying this, but she can't hear me, so it's okay. I always say, I hate it when I hurt my own feelings. Because she will get her feelings hurt over something, and it never happened. Does this ever happen to you? Or not you, but maybe it's somebody you know. That happened to somebody you know. Nobody in this room, right? Yeah.
This ever happened to you?
Yeah, no, not you in this room, but, right? And so by seeking first to understand, it gives us the ability to maybe find more clarity in the situation where maybe things are not what they seem. Yes or yes? Yeah. Creativity, ideas before results, teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more, and trust starts with honesty. Opportunities for all and results through people. The Y4C2Ts is our belief system. And our perspective is, we are a training, coaching, consulting, and technology company creating
Creating the culture and community.
entrepreneurs. Right. That's right. And our purpose is to be the place where entrepreneurs thrive. That's right. And thrive we will. All right, On Track, come on up. Let's play.
It's fall today. This makes me happy. Alright, you guys know the drill. So we're going to show you a couple properties closest to the retail price without going over the Starbucks price. And we have candy this time too, because it's Valentine's Day. Alright, first one.
Mojave, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, built in 57, 1,004 square feet, 9,583 square foot lot.
Mojave.
Look at the tile.
The backyard.
Gotta get the
So you put the price on your calculator. So prices on your calculators and hold them up for those of you guys that are new, so that way we can get your guesses locked in.
Oh,
got here? All right, 368. Oh, can you read us the Zoom? All right, Zoom, get your guesses in. Yeah, we got 2 guesses on Zoom so far. We need some more on Zoom.
Alright. Are we ready to reveal the prize? Drum roll! And the prize not going over is...
249 right here. Oh, we got 250 on the dot. Anybody on Zoom? Did we get a 250 on Zoom? No? All right. All right. Good to go. Next one. Surprising.
Alright, next one.
Ooh.
West Lancaster, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, built in 05, 2,900 square feet, 7,400 square lot. Looks like a good yard. Green walls. What do you think?
This is nice.
How about the backyard? No backyard?
No backyard, I'm sorry. 615, 625. All right, we're getting some similar numbers. Let's see. I already know the price. That's what it is. All right. What we got? What do we got? What do we got? 5. I know you see that. All right, drum roll. 579. We got 579 right here. Adriana, what is it? 580. Oh, on the dot. Oh, you're good. I'll take some. All right, another one.
Oh my gosh. Woo, I'm excited about
Looks like Griffith Park.
Now we're cooking.
Wow.
6-bed, 5-bath, built in 99, 7,000 square feet. Oh my god, 104 square watts.
The room for activity.
I'm gonna see a lot of decibels in this.
All right. Ooh. Oh, you get the backyard on this one, then. That's insane. I thought it looked like Griffith Park.
1 point. Good. What you got? 1.35. Okay. I think you're right. What do we got? 1.2. Okay. All right.
Drum roll!
Congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go and
Tiffany and Tiffany. Let me write that down. It's okay.
Why haven't you guys said Andy got it?
She just said it. She said she owes you. She said she owes you. We'll get you.
No, 500. No, 1.4.
She's gone. Yeah, that's the last one.
that was it. Thank you guys. Always so much fun. Remember,
On track, on the contract. One more time.
Thank you guys. All right, your last chance to head to family reunion. It's next week. Who's going with me? Woo! Yeah, look at that. There's a direct connection between those that sell real estate and those that go to family reunion, right? So you're in luck because in 2 weeks, next week we will not be having an office meeting because we'll be in Las Vegas at family reunion. But the week we come back, we're going to have a panel to do a recap of family reunion. So you will be blessed by that. So make sure that you're back here on the 27th to get that recap. And then here's the deal, guys. Are we learning based? Yeah. We're a learning based company, right? Yeah. Okay. So what did we learn this year about family reunion?
Then there's a direct connection to those that are successful.
Okay. What else? Has specifically to do with money. It's expensive. And we learned that it goes up as the months go by. Did we learn that?
Yeah.
Right? Like in September through October, you have the opportunity to buy it for like $800. And now, this week, if you were to buy it straight from the website, it'd be 1,400 bones. And it goes up in steps. Now, there is, for those of you that are still, Jim, don't go, by the way, Jim Kirk is in the building.
On the 27th, if you don't mind me pitching in,
Do it.
we are going to do an AI-based farming app that's brand new. And we're going to toss that at you guys at 11 o'clock, part of your office meeting.
Yep.
So
Part of the office meeting,
right here at 11 o'clock on the 27th. So
AI and title. How about everything?
that's just sort of, I have someone coming in who helped build it, and he'll pitch it to you guys, and then we'll follow up. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you, Jim. Monarch title. Monarch title. Okay, you can go on the Keller Williams Family Reunion Facebook page and find a ticket that somebody's selling. Be careful. Because scam alert, but we can secure, and check with Amon, because she's the pro at buying the ticket cheap thing. She's got it down. She's the pro at all things, but especially that. So check with her on that, but there's time. Make sure you're back here on the 27th for the AI and the family reunion recap. It's going to be a jam-packed meeting, okay? These are the 7 reasons why you should. We're going to keep going though. I was talking about what we learned, right? What did we learn this year that is expensive? So what would it look like if you went into Amon and you said, hey Amon, every time I close a deal, take $50 out for family reunion. Will you do that for me? Then next year, when family reunion comes, when September and October hit and you get an early bird ticket for 800 bones, you'll have the money. And you won't have to sweat, stress, go to the bank and ask for a loan, take a credit card, call grandma. All that stuff will be out because you'll have the money in the coffer. Yes or yes?
Yes.
We also will be having a digital experience. For those of you, you notice I waited at the very last minute to tell you about this so that you would still buy your tickets to go to family reunion. But we have purchased the digital experience, and so we will be playing that here. So you guys can gather for some of the things that they're going to be doing. For example, on Tuesday, you're going to get to hear the vision and the breakout with Rory and the Critical Conversations with Phil M. Jones. So that'll be an opportunity for you on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, you'll have the opportunity to find the, to hear, my mouth is going faster than 10 Bold Truths by Gary Keller, the Mega Agent Panel, and the 20 Lead Generation Hacks with Jason and Cody. So again, you're not going to want to miss this stuff, guys. The office paid $129 for you to have this experience. So take advantage of it.
What time?
Right in here.
What time?
I don't know.
We will update you.
I'll update you on the times. We'll send out a mass deal. You'll have it. Thursday and Friday's live streams, you have the CEO Summit highlights, which is bonus content from what we're going to be going over on Monday, those of us that are live. And then we have Inspirational Morning with Mo Anderson on Friday morning. So it's going to be a jam-packed week with family reunion. So be here. Enjoy the digital experience. Hit the next dealy bob thingamajig. If you want to buy this on your own, you may. It's 129 bones. There's the QR code. All right. Let's, I want to give a moment to today's event sponsor, who has also been so gracious to provide lunch today. Right? Who's excited about lunch? Who's excited about that?
I was just thinking through, my brain and my mouth never run at the same speed. I'll just take it for what it's worth. I am Don Zerble with First American Home Warranty, and I'm super happy to be here. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. I love what I do. I know a lot of people say that. I truly love what I do. It's crazy, it's fun, it can be stressful, but at the end of the day, it's afforded me a great life, and I love working with real estate agents. That alone might make me a little odd, but it's true. I've been doing this for 30 years. August 1st is my anniversary. I've been doing this for 30 years, started out here in the Antelope Valley, August 1st, 1995. For a very long time I've been doing this. I've outlasted, outplayed, and outwitted every one of my competitors. Wow. Nobody in the home warranty industry in the Antelope Valley has been out here for 30 years but me.
Can I brag on you for a moment, Don?
You can, anytime you want to brag on me, yes.
Here's the situation. Remember a few weeks ago when I put out the PSA, the public service announcement, about making sure that your clients do not tell the home warranty repair people that it already didn't work when they moved in? Please, for the love of all that is sane, coach your clients to not. They think they're helping the situation. By the way, they're not lying to be liars.
No.
They're doing it because they think if they make the situation look worse, then it'll be covered.
Right.
It won't be covered because it is a pre-existing condition. Right. So this happened to one of our clients. The home warranty. I can't talk.
So there was a meeting thing, and the property manager called my assistant and said, that thing's never worked. And to make it worse, she's talking to my assistant who's on a recorded line. That makes it even worse. So if you have to have a conversation with somebody in the home warranty, that would be me.
Do it in person.
I am, and I'm not on a recorded line, so always call me. But they said it's pre-existing, so I said to Drew, I'm like, it closed 5 months ago. She shoots me the home inspection, nothing wrong with it. Denial overturned, here being taken care of. So that's why.
I just got goosebumps just now. Did you?
But that's why.
You hear this?
We knew what to do. He's like, hold on, what do we need to do? Give me the home inspection, we take care of the problem. To solve the problem ahead of there being a problem, right, don't have your clients try to make it worse to make it look better, because that doesn't work. Home warranties do not cover known pre-existing conditions. So as soon as that person said, hey, it's never worked, we can't say liar, liar, pants on fire. We say, oh, they must be telling us the truth. I had a homeowner once, back in the day, when there were buttons on dishwashers, popped them all off to make it look worse. Now you got missing parts. That's not a good thing. So ahead of things like that, because your clients always call you first, call me. Let's have a conversation about placing the claim. Does it need to be placed? And correct coaching on how to place claims properly. But that's what I do. You know, I don't just sell home warranties and bring you lunch. I'm here to help your business stay profitable and keep your money in your pockets.
Yeah.
So their next step was to call their realtor and say, hey, my furnace doesn't work and I want you to pay for it.
Yep.
We're taking care of it. They are not taking care of it, we are taking care of it.
Yeah.
always will, but I truly, if you're not utilizing First American Home Warranty, give me a try. And if you are, you know that I appreciate you more than words. So, thank you all.
What's for lunch today?
Oh, Pollo Loco, because it's
I
hot.
love George and I get to eat today.
And the tortillas are tortillas. So, thank you all for everything. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Don. Okay, so today we're gonna get back to the basics. Are you ready to get back to the basics?
Before we continue,
But before we do that,
George.
I want to talk to you about the love dish. But in order for me to properly set up the love dish, I gotta have the lover himself, George Perez.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So for you guys that know me, you already know who I am. For those that don't, my name is George Perez. I'm the janitor here. We have an event tonight. How many of you guys are in the love spirit? Woo! Not everybody. I heard you're not in the love spirit. You're gonna go. You're gonna get in trouble if you're not, right? So we have an event tonight on our East Side office. I don't know if you guys, everybody knew that we do have an extension to our office over on 47th and Avenue West, right next door to Starbucks.
And Otto's waving to us, by the
Yeah,
way.
he's somewhere. Oh yeah, there he is, the first
He's
camera.
on Zoom. He's
Right?
waving.
Good. He's already decorated the
He's
place.
decorated.
You guys can see it in the video.
Love is in the air.
Yeah. Make it big, Armando. There you go. Look. Fantastic. Right? So we are having a potluck tonight to drive in the love spirit for Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow, right? And KW Cares is going to be participating in that event. We are actually going to be raffling off. This was actually donated. Look at this. How beautiful is this? Right? This was actually donated by Julie's daughter. She actually creates these type of arrangements, so if you guys are interested in having something for your sweetheart, hit Julie up and she'll connect it to her daughter. But she's actually donating this. This is like $100 arrangement, guys. Okay? For you fellas, how good will you look with your special lady, your special someone if you show up with this tomorrow? Right? Tyler. Are you gonna see Tyler? It's pretty heavy. Look, it has chocolates, Tyler. So we're gonna be raffling this off along with some goodies tonight. We're gonna be selling tickets over at the East Side office. Who's going? Everybody's hands should be up, guys.
We need some more hands. We need some more hands.
Right? It's gonna be an amazing event. Now, here's the thing, guys. Yes, we work hard, but we play hard as well. So come enjoy some time. Come get some food tonight. It's gonna be a Pollock style event, and we're gonna be raffling off this thing. Everything that, all the proceeds from this, or from the goodies that we're gonna be raffling off, benefit KW Cares. So come join us.
Lena, are you going to be bringing anything wonderful for us to taste tonight?
Dumpling.
Yeah!
So who wants this?
Can you show it right here on the Zoom?
Tyler.
Show it on the Zoom.
It's only 3 tickets for 15. You
There you
guys.
go. I can do that.
Yes.
It's like a $100 arrangement.
You
Okay.
have to have cash or do you?
Yes, we could do cash. We could do or we could do electronic payment. Okay. We make it as easy as possible. Tickets are going to be $5. Can you imagine spending $5 on this thing and winning it, Tyler? Woo!
The first thing you got to do is show up.
Yeah. Let's show up. Let's have a good time. And let's spend some money on trying to get this thing won. Go ahead, Virginia.
If somebody's not able to make it, can they still push?
Absolutely. Okay, she's asking if somebody doesn't make it, can they still buy tickets? Absolutely. Just send me a text, we'll get you signed up. For you guys that don't have my number, 661-492-9992. We'll send you the QR code so that you can buy tickets. Any questions? All right, see you guys tonight. All right.
The love dish. All right, we're going to get back to the basics today. You ready to get back to the basics? I guess not. Are you ready to get back to the basics?
Yes,
Why are we going back to
yes.
basics? Thank you, Clara. Why are we getting back to the basics? Because it's the basis, it's the foundation. Why else?
Because Kobe Bryant.
Review. Because what?
Kobe Bryant did it.
Yes. In a world, in an industry, where people are selling sizzle.
Scissor?
Sizzle. You know what I'm talking about. Notice I use the word sizzle because it's got 2 Z's in it. We don't need no Z in our lives. We were in this industry before Z ever showed up on the... You know what I'm talking about when I say Z? I don't like saying the word because it makes me sick to my stomach. I'm talking about Zillow. Don't make me say it again, I'll throw up. The company that is after your jobs, that's after your commissions, we don't need them. We don't need sizzle. We go back to the basics here. You have a team, again, a leadership team that's been in this business for a long, long time and knows how to sell houses. My name is Drew Hawkins. I've been in business for 25 years. I've been involved in over 3,000 real estate transactions, and I've never bought a lead. Woo! Not ever one time in my life. You have others that are the same. You have Mike Watson, who happens to be here. Not this Mike Watson. He's the new Mike Watson. We have the veteran Mike Watson in the building. We have Jessica Dixon in the building. We have top producing agents, and you're going to hear from a couple of them today, that do not buy into the sizzle. What's the sizzle? What do I mean by sizzle?
Buying leads.
The noise. And all the things that...
Seem great.
Huh?
Seem great.
They seem great. And real estate agents have always been known for, I guess, in the industry, not probably to the public, but within our own industry, something we sort of know about ourselves. And forgive me if I'm coming off like a little strong, but we are lazy. And we're looking for the magic pill. We're looking for, in fact, I could have a panel up here. I could have Thomas, and I could have Brandon and Tiffany, and all the greats. I could have them up here, and people will come from miles around to listen. And what are they coming for? The magic pill. They're coming to find out what is it that they do that if I did, that all of a sudden I could be doing as much business as they are. Well, here's the thing, ladies and gentlecars. The magic pill is the basics. The sizzle is just sizzle. I want to deliver to you the steak. I want to deliver to you the ribeye bone-in steak. Woo! Yes, I'm hungry. So we're going to go to the basics, and we're going to teach you over the course of the next 8 weeks. We're going to teach you how to get back to the basics, and we are going to remain the most productive office in this valley, but we are going to be the #1 Keller Williams in the nation, and we're going to do that by not buying into sizzle. So when you receive a call from an agent out there that is selling sizzle, I want you to remember, you have a team leader that flies 2,000 miles a week to be with you when I don't have to. You have somebody who cares about your success. I am not selling sizzle, and my only gain is for you to gain. So when you get the call, and you know what I'm talking about, from the sizzle guy, when you get the call, I want you to think about me telling you how we're actually going to build a foundation for our business that is sustainable for years to come. I have not been selling full-time real estate in 8 years, and I still made $50,000 last year off of real estate commissions that I haven't even been a part of in 8 years. How did I do it? I did it by what I'm going to share with you today. And the thing is, what I'm about to share with you today is something that is not groundbreaking. It isn't 911, we're going to put it on the Fox News and CNN News. It's nothing that's earth-shattering. You're probably not even going to get your note, even though Nail has his notepad out. He's probably not even going to write anything down because it's nothing new. but yet it is vital and it is critical to our business. What is the lifeblood of a car engine? What's the lifeblood of a car motor? Oil. I know Sergio knows this. What'd you say? Oil. Who said? Oil. Mike, you don't count because you were here earlier and you got the answer right. It's Earl, right? It's oil. Oil is the lifeblood of a car engine. What are the benefits of having oil in a car engine? Lubrication. Lubrication. And what does that lubrication provide for that car engine? The components are going to run smoother. Therefore, our car is going to have better performance. Right? We're going to have, the car is probably going to last longer. Right? It's, we're going to get more miles and more use out of it. Yes or yes? Right? There's also a couple of chairs over here, guys, too. By the way, this is so awesome that we have standing room only in our team meetings. Any other company doing this? No. Right? Maybe not. We don't know if we're not there. Janine, anything going on over there like this? No. Naya, anything going on over there like this? These are some people that have joined us from other companies recently, by the way. Cassandra, anything going on like this? We are growing. Marvin said it a minute ago. We are growing when others are going like this. Let's go. We are growing. Why are we growing? What's separating us? The basics. Oil. This is why they brought me out of retirement. Gases. We got to get back to the basics. Right? We're going to make money when others are suffering. The car will last longer, getting you more miles. So if oil is the lifeblood of your car engine, what is the lifeblood of your real estate business? Your database. Your database is the lubrication. In fact, Gary says, I don't have that slide. Gary says that in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent on page 62, he says your database is your business. You guys will leave it at the best part. Database is the best part of the whole thing. Your database is your business. If you don't have a database, you don't have a business. Are you all in business for yourself? 3 people. Great. Are you in business for yourself? Yes. We're running the business. Therefore, we need to put our business owner hat on. And we need to run a business the way that a business should be run. And that means that the database. Now, if we were going to open up a round table pizza, what's one of the things that would totally be necessary for that round table pizza?
Advertising.
Sauce. Socks. You must wear socks. Oh, you said socks. The sauce. He says with an Italian accent. I don't speak Italian, so I'm over here going, I'm agreeing though. The sauce? I don't know. Somebody's going to report that I'm unprofessional because I said that. So, oh well, I'm having fun. You should too. Try it sometime. So, take life too seriously. So, we gotta have pizza ovens. We gotta have pizza ovens. Right? We gotta have dough. We gotta have the sauce. We gotta have pepperoni. You gotta have the mozzarella, right? You gotta have all of those things. We would be fools if we opened up a round table pizza and didn't have any of those things, would we not? We could have all the customers in the world, but we don't have anything to sell them. Okay, so in our business, the database is the pizza oven, and it's the dough, and it's the sauce, and it's the everything. And it's the lifeblood of our business. It is the oil to the car engine. It is the database. You must have a database. By the way, you all do have a database. It's found in here. It's found in here. In fact, you should all look right now. Take out your horn, your phone, for those of you who don't know what a horn is. Go to your contacts and scroll all the way down to the bottom. if you have an iPhone, boy, some of you are scrolling big time. There's a lot, you know what that means. There's a pretty large database. What is your number? How many people do you have on your phone? 793.
930.
930.
I said 2,389.
2,389. Jimmy, what do you got, bro? 900? Yeah. So let me ask you this question. How many people are in your database in command? Do those two numbers resemble each other at all? If they don't resemble, then that means you have a gap. There's your gap. So if some of you are wondering what you could be doing right now in this business because things have shifted and the fish are no longer jumping in the boat, that's job number one. Job number one is to figure out the gap in your database. How many people do you have on Facebook or Instagram? Are those people reflected in your command database? Are you following what I'm throwing down? Or are you catching what I'm throwing down? And maybe it's the term. Brandon, how many people do you have in your database?
Which one?
Your real estate database.
I have 4,230.
4,230 something. Of the 4,230 something, how many of those are your sphere of influence?
150.
150. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, so I want you to be thinking about that. I want you to notice that Brando knew the number.
Yeah.
I just called on him, how many do you have?
Yeah.
And he knew the number.
Yeah.
Jimmy, how many do you have in your database?
406.
406. See, he knows the number. These are numbers of your ALC, by the way. They're on there for a reason. So 406. But how many do you have in your phone?
900.
900. Do you have a gap?
Yeah, big gap, yeah.
A big gap. So what can we do?
Contact some of those people that's on my phone and try to bridge that gap.
Try to bridge the gap? Don't try. Sorry.
Bridge the gap.
Bridge the gap.
Yeah.
We're not going to try to bridge the gap. We're going to actually build a bridge. Sergio, do you know how many people you have in your database?
300.
300.
300 are the ones who refer them more deals.
300 are the closest. I sold real estate for 18 years full time to 354 people. It doesn't have to be enormous. The bigger it is, the more money you make. Right? Make sure that you are TCPA compliant. I have to say it. We're on a recorded line, so that's good. So if the attorneys try and sue us, I have proof that I went over it with you. Here's how to comply. If you need help scrubbing any do not call numbers, the title office can, I always want to say Frank, but Frank's retired. He's not here anymore. Jim can help you with that from on our title. They can scrub the list and they can tell you somebody's on the do not call list. So don't let that be an excuse of why you're not in contact with people because you don't know if they're on the do not. You have a resource. Okay? I want to talk to you about the rule of 4. Brandon alluded to this a moment ago when he talked about how many people were in his database, and he only had 150 people that were his sphere of influence, which means these are the closest people. Sergio told us that he had 350 of the closest people, right? So these are the people that already know, like, and trust him, and that more than likely will further the business. So the rule of 4 is actually found in the MREA playbook. What is the MREA? The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So the Millionaire Real Estate Agent that was written in 2004 by Gary Keller, which is compiled of top producing agents around the country with all flags. RE/MAX, Coldwell Banker, it doesn't matter what company they work for, he interviewed them. And here's what he found. He found the top 4 answers on the board. The rule of 4. Where, Mr. and Mrs. Top Producer, does most of your business come from? Number 1 answer on the board, ringing in at 41%, sphere of influence. Number 2, referrals. Number 3, repeat business. 41%, 20%, 12%. Ringing in the top 4, social media and internet leads, 9%. Open houses, 7%. Open houses are likely going to go down even more now because of the new laws and rules that have been implemented recently. We're probably not going to have quite as many buyers wandering around unrepresented, which could present somewhat of a challenge. So look in April where we're going to start having some classes on a new way of conducting open houses. Okay? So, am I suggesting that you shouldn't using this rule of 4? What do you think I am suggesting before I tell you what I'm not? What do you think I am suggesting?
Concentrate on your sphere.
Concentrate on your sphere of influence. Now, am I saying not to do social media, internet leads, open houses, door knocking? No, I'm not saying that at all. In fact, you should have at least 3 or 4 lead gen levers that you use in your business. Right? Every business has one thing in common. A sales and marketing arm. Sales and marketing in every doctor's office. I went to the doctor Monday morning and they had a star on the door and it said, please leave us a 5-star review and refer your friends to us. The doctor's office is asking for referrals. We're afraid to. Isn't that interesting? A doctor can ask for a referral, but a real estate agent's afraid to. Think about that. Let that kind of marinate for a minute. Like, would a doctor consider themselves a salesperson? A doctor does not consider themselves a salesperson. Does a lawyer consider themselves a salesperson? No. How about an accountant? Each one of those businesses, by the way, operate through customers. And each one of those businesses work a business by referral. It is the #1 opportunity to earn new business of all opportunities. Is this making sense? So what I am suggesting is that we spend 80% of our time on the thing that brings us in the most business. And then we occupy the rest of our time on the other things. Is this making sense? Brandon, talk to us for a minute about this.
Half my
By the way, I just put him on the spot. He had no idea that was coming.
What am I telling about?
Talking about our sphere of influence and how we spend our time there rather than all the other things.
Yeah, we're all a little lazy. We don't want to work that hard, but we want to make a lot of money, right? You don't want to grind and grind and grind and grind cold every day. So you build your business to the point where you get the database, and the database will feed you forever. Last year, I sold 36 units, and I would say about 60% of that was from referrals, and then referred from that active book of business. But it was all generated from open houses. That's what built the database. Because I didn't have any, none of my friends had money.
Yeah.
So now you build a database, nurture it, make them love you. All of your people love you like your friends, where you can bring them out to dinner type of relationship. And they're going to trust you and like you and refer you.
Right.
I get like texts like, hey, my friend, da da da, and I train my people how to refer me business. Like I have them put me in a group chat with the buyer or seller. And then you reward it.
Yeah, and then you reward it, right? Jaime was telling me a story this morning about how he was calling through his database. He was doing his weekly calls through his database. And Jaime, tell us what happened.
Yeah, I met with you last week, and you asked me to make 20 calls for that week. And so I did, and I ended up with one client they want to buy. I showed him a property on Wednesday, and she liked it, and she's ready to write an offer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it works.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it works.
It worked, yeah.
It works. Now, is that going to happen every week? So, 100% of the time, if you do not connect with your database, it will not happen. You will not get a client out of it. 100% of the time. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee that you will not get a client out of that database if you don't call them. Well, maybe not. Maybe they might call you out of the blue, but there's no way to set your watch to it. But if you do call, it could happen. Brandon.
I used to be reluctant to call a database. I was like, I don't want to bother them. But now you look at it as you're the best agent. 85% of buyers and sellers work with the first agent they meet. You don't want to get your friends and family finding out on Facebook that they worked with that idiot. You don't want them. They deserve better.
They deserve better. They deserve better. They deserve better. Gary says, in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, to succeed at a high level in real estate sales, you must commit to frequent contact with the database with the intent of building close relationships. Okay? So, some of you might be in here thinking, okay, but I don't have a lot of people in my database. So, how do I get there? Well, Brandon gave you a great example. He used open houses. Tiffany used open houses to build her sphere of influence up. Denver, what did you do?
Do a lot of door knocking.
A lot of door knocking. Thomas Velasquez did a lot of door knocking.
Public prospecting as well.
Prospecting. What is prospecting? Do you know what prospecting is?
Looking for new clients.
Purchase.
Looking for clients.
Outbound direct sales.
Outbound direct sales. Looking for clients. Outbound direct sales. So what might be an example of that? What's that look like? By the way, is the sizzle outbound sales, direct sales? Is it proactive or is it reactive?
That's proactive.
Proactive.
That's proactive.
I'm sitting behind a computer and I'm going, come on, website, do your deal. Oh, I got a lead. Is that proactive or reactive?
Reactive.
Passive.
It's passive. It's passive behavior. Which is please do not get me wrong, nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, you should do that. You should have some of that going on in your life. I'm just saying, if that is the only thing that you're doing, you're missing the boat. Your database defined. The first thing you have to do is you have to actually capture the leads. You're going to do that through prospecting and marketing. This is all stuff you've heard before. How much marketing versus prospecting should you be doing? This is why we review it, because see, you've heard it before, but you don't know. Do you? Huh? 80-20, because you were in the class earlier today. Cheater? No, I'm just kidding. No, there's no cheating. It's all, use all resources to get the answers.
yes.
Yes, he learned, right? We want to be 20% prospecting, I'm sorry, 80%
80%
prospecting. Thank you, Clara, for decision. You caught me. 80% prospecting and 20% marketing. Prospecting is proactive activities. It is direct. It is usually the thing that will give you business faster. Marketing is going to cost you some money, and it's passive. Marketing, an example would be your face imprinted on the side of a trash can. Have you seen this? On Rancho Vista Boulevard? Please, for the love that's all it's saying, if you're a real estate agent, don't put your face on a trash can. Can you just, please, can you not just do me a favor and pass? Do something different. Please. Let's live up to a higher class of standard, okay? But you know, your face on the grocery cart,
Yes.
or on the divider, all examples of marketing. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's going to cost you money. And I don't know the last time that somebody was in the shopping cart line at the Vaughn's place and saw the divider thing and go, I'm going to buy a house. And I'm calling that guy. open to it. I'm totally open to it. I will tell you, if you can come up with a mofer, what's a mofer?
Make an offer for immediate response.
Making an offer for immediate response. If you're successful at that, then marketing can pay off. For example, I think we can all agree Carl's Jr. I see a Carl's Jr. commercial, I'm hungry. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face, right? I can make that happen. I see it and I go to, okay, fine, their marketing dollars are working. But I don't think realtors work the same way, right? So you're going to spend a lot of money just to have some name recognition, but it probably won't make the phone ring. But your prospecting, your proactive activities are going to make the phone ring, or not even make the phone ring. They're going to actually have conversations.
Right.
Are open houses an example of prospecting, a proactive activity?
No, not proactive.
Let's go back to our Round Table Pizza restaurant. If we're at a Round Table Pizza and we put the sign up and we put a light on it and we turn the light on and we open up the front doors, are we passive or proactive?
Passive.
Passive. We're hoping customers are going to come in the door, right? All right, well, what's the difference between that and an open house? I don't have a light on the sign, maybe?
You have signs down on the street.
We have signs on the street. We're directing. Sometimes we put balloons and flags and all the things. It's passive. Now, we can turn open houses into proactive. How might we do that?
Circle prospecting.
Circle prospecting. Demery, we don't know what that is. Can you tell us what that is?
It's calling the numbers around the neighborhood, around where you're going to be doing an open house, and just say, hey, we're having an open house today, like to invite you by.
Yeah, you can knock on the doors with a flyer. Hey, the Thompsons are selling their house over on Emerald. Love to have you come by on Saturday at 9 o'clock and see the house. You might even have an opportunity to pick your neighbors. All of these activities are going to be now thrown into your lead bucket. You're going to strengthen those relationships, and then you're going to convert those relationships into interactions where we solve a need, right? As salespeople, this is what we do. We solve problems. Somebody has a housing problem, we solve it. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, I hope I'm in the right room. And then we go to new repeat and referral business from there. And the cycle shall continue itself. Some of you that have been coaching with me for a while will recognize this. I want to give you an example of two farms. Imagine in your mind's eye, you're driving down an old country road. And on the left is Farm A. And on the right is Farm B. Farm A looks very much like this farm. It's been tilled and it's ready for seeds. The soil's been prepped. On the right-hand side, the Farm B looks like this. Which farm is going to produce fruit first?
Farm B.
Farm B. It already has the harvest. Now, does this mean that we shouldn't ever start a farm or get a new farm?
No way.
No, in fact, that's equally as important, is to start the new farm, right? Because the old farm eventually runs itself out. Yes or yes? Eventually the fruit trees go bad and we have to replant.
Yeah.
So having an additional farm is definitely something that we want to be engaged in. But do we do it at the detriment of the fruit that's already on the vine? What happens if we don't pick the fruit?
They go bad.
They go bad. They fall to the ground and they go to birds and things and they eat and gone. Your sphere of influence, your database, the people who already know, like, and trust you, is the low-hanging fruit that is already there for the picking. And so many of us are so looking for the sizzle and we go out and we start the new farm and we leave the old farm alone and then we get mad. We don't get mad, we get sad. Or maybe a little bit of both when we find out that our friend Billy bought a house with somebody else. Well, what right do we have to cry in our Wheaties or whatever you eat about somebody doing business with somebody else when you haven't even asked for it? You'd be surprised. Do you guys have a vendor partner program? Think about vendors. Think about, well, first of all, what about an escrow officer? Do escrow officers have houses? What about lenders? Do lenders have houses?
Yeah.
Is this an aha moment? Here's the thing. I have sold lenders and I have sold escrow officers who do business with a lot of realtors. And if you were, and by the way, the realtors would get pissed off and they would go. In fact, Mary Heston was one of them. And so RyanCrowley.com did a lot of business with Mary, and so did I. And so when I got the listing, RyanCrowley.com went to Mary and says, what's the deal? I give you more business than Drew does because I do more business than he does. And he asked me. Tiffany and I just sold a house to one of our local lenders here just a few months ago. What's the difference? We asked. You'd be surprised at what would happen if you just simply asked. Hey Mike, if you were looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, or you had a friend or a family member who was, do you already have a realtor that you would refer them to? Notice what I did not ask. Notice that I did not say, hey Mike, you want to buy a house? Let's say that you all in this room were looking to buy a car. Like, it was on your radar screen to buy a car. But if somebody walked up to you and said, hey, you want to buy a car? What's going to be your immediate response? No. Probably no. Right? Even though you are in the market, you're probably going to go no, because what you're really saying is don't sell me. Your guard goes up, don't sell me. Well, this question's different. If you were looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, or had a friend or a family member who was, do you already have a realtor that you would refer them to? That's a different question. Is it not? It also teaches them, like Brandon said. Brandon, by the way, implemented this. Demery implemented this. Tiffany has implemented this. And others. Your database is your business. Building up the number of names in it and a relationship with those names is really at the very core. So I want to share with you a way in which you can categorize your database. Because without a categorization, you might lose track of who to call when. So we subscribe to a mapped system in this office called Never Ending Referrals. It used to be called Move a long time ago. Never Ending Referrals is a study was done to determine the percentage of people in with their last name start with, so that it equal. I'm probably not going to explain this great, but I hope you can catch me. So, for example, A and W, B and E, D and O, all of those are very similar in the number of people. Chances are that are in your database equal out. So you're not bogged down with last names that start with A and B this week and next week, and then you don't get to the C's. Right? You run out of horsepower by the time you get to the D's or the E's or the F's or the H's or whatever. So this has been divided up so that in 12 weeks you can go through your entire database. This week you do A and W. Next week you call B and E. Now the question is, what do you say? What do you say? Ford. And I'm not talking about the best truck manufacturer on planet Earth. Did I lose you somewhere? Usually I get a boo or a cheer. I got nothing on that. Maybe I've said it too many times. Maybe I'm just repeating myself too often. Ford stands for Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Dreams. So it would look something like this. Hey, hi, May, it's Drew. How are you? Great. Hey, how's the family doing? Awesome, awesome. Hey, last time we talked, you had mentioned about the company that you're working with maybe going to move you up the ladder a rung. Did that happen? Awesome. How do you like it? Now, in this, Jaime is probably going to reciprocate with some kind of question back to me. And I'm going to be polite, I'm going to answer the question, but I'm going to immediately shift myself back to him as quickly as I can. Because people really do want to talk about themselves. They don't want to talk about other people. But it's the polite thing to do, so they do it. So instead, I'm going to engage Jaime, and okay, great, things are going great with me, Jaime, you know, business is good and all that, but I really want to get back to, right? And I'm just going to hit on 2 out of the 4 things up here. I'm going to keep the call short, 5-6 minutes, so that when I call, they don't see my face and go, oh, Nico's calling again, that's going to be forever. Right? Instead, you want to keep it succinct so that when they see your face on the phone, they go, oh, it's Nico. And they take the call. Hey, Nico, what's up? Hey, what's up? And it should just be a relationship. And then at the end, you could so very gently remind them that you're in the real estate business. What would that look like? Is that a scary call to make? Demery says no. What about y'all?
Yes.
The book tells us that we should get a 10% return on the people that are in our database, meaning if we have 350 people in our database, that means 35 deals.
Yes.
If properly nurtured. So I go back to how many people are in your phone versus how many are in your database. Why do we want to take them from a phone to a database? What's the purpose? So that we can have a plan. How do you keep track of notes? How do you keep track that Tom got a new job if it's in your phone? How do you keep track of even when the last time you talked to Tom? I don't know about you, but out of 350 names, I'm going to forget one. Probably more than one. So the database helps me. I tag them, A and W. Right? Tag them, and then now, this week, I'm focused on A and W, and I just bring up in command the tag ones, and then make the forward call. Boom, your job is done. 12 weeks later, you're going to do it again. Is this making sense? Yes. Do you have your 3 or 4 lead gen levers? Do you have your levers that you implement to generate leads? What are they? Nick, Nate? Tell me.
I figured I'd answer.
Yeah, because you shook your head yes. So,
yeah. Open houses, door knocking, try to give referrals from Spear, and then circle prospecting.
Circle prospecting. He has his 4. So when he comes to work, he knows what to do. There's no excuse for us to say, I don't know what to do. You know why? Because you have a leadership team and you have top producing agents in the company who know what to do and we can tell you. Right? Even Ed Wynn knows it. By the way, every time you see him, you have to say it like that. His new slogan is "Win with Ed."
I love it.
You know, one of these times, one of my slogans is gonna stick. I tried 5 years ago to have Tiffany with one, but she didn't like it. It was "Don't get in a tiff, call Tiff." She's like, "We gotta class it up. That's not gonna work." Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? It's vital to your business that we get back to the basics and do not rely on internet and social media alone. They should be a part of your business, and you should make it a part of what you're doing. And please do not forget to pick the fruit from the farm that's there. These people want to support you when you are in a relationship, and they remember you. Yes or yes?
Yes.
What are your ahas from this? Did you get anything from this?
Back to the basics.
Back to the basics. Janine's doing this.
The stats were interesting.
The stats were interesting.
Yeah, the 10% return. From basically your spirit. I think it was
41%.
You gotta focus on the foundation and not the sizzle.
Yes.
Based off sizzle, you'll always need more and more sizzle. If that makes any sense.
You'll always
It's
need
gonna work. But
I love it. You'll always need more sizzle. That was a great way to say that, nickname. You'll always need more sizzle because the foundation isn't there. I'm always looking for today's sizzle. Every day. What's today's sizzle gonna be?
And something that you said, don't be afraid to ask your lenders.
Yes.
Because I do ask my lender, and I call him, I say, hey, John, do you have any orphan buyers or sellers? And he just takes a laugh of it, but you know what? I have buyers and sellers that he had referred me.
Yeah. There you go. What else? Are you hungry?
Yes.
All right. Your ALC and some members that are going to family reunion are going to be having a meeting to discuss some of our mission and vision for our committees and also get our heads on straight for next week's family reunion. You're welcome to stick around and eat and hear that. I just want you to know that that's what's going to be happening next. El Pueblo Loco is in the foyer right out here. See you guys in 2 weeks on the 27th.
Bye, Zoom.
Thank you.